Meme Wars! We're here. Rico's on his veranda fighting bees. What are you fighting
No
there?
bees. Bee season's over.
So what were you fighting? What was attacking you?
Oh, I was just jamming to the music.
Oh, nice. I thought you were. Oh, you're that bad at dancing that I thought you were actually fighting something off.
Of course, I'm that bad
That's
at dancing.
special.
Look at me.
That's special type
Do
of
I
dance.
look
Remember
like I
the
was
shower
good at
dance?
dancing?
No,
Like,
I mean you were at
the
one point.
person who asked me, I don't know, did I tell you, or you might have already been gone when we were standing in line to get beers at halftime of the game last week, and this black guy next to me, we were right there. He's like, "Are you a Kamala Harris supporter?" I'm like, "Buddy, do I look like a Kamala Harris supporter?" Like, probably not. He still bought me a shot of whiskey, and then he asked to follow me on Instagram, and I was like, no.
Follow you on Instagram? Well, I mean,
I don't know why. He's like, "What's your Insta? You seem like a funny guy. Well, I'm gonna follow you on Instagram." I'm like, "Buddy, I don't do Instagram. I'm 45 years old.
That's amazing.
Search for hot chicks on it. Come on."
I didn't have one single black guy come up to me and ask for my Instagram. Tragic. Although I did talk to.
I guess you're gonna have to look in the mirror and say, "Am I using enough moisturizer? What am I doing wrong?"
I know. Well, look at me. Look at how tired I am. I'm tired. God damn! I woke up in the middle of the night last night. Couldn't go back to sleep for like 3 hours. It's the worst. Yeah. Lying there, thinking about things I have to do. Thinking about meme wars I have to do. Without Odie, John, what do you do here, Odermatt? Once again, not on Meme Wars.
Does he not know that you do these shows on Friday? It's like every time it's a surprise to him, or like I'm doing something. Like, why don't you let someone know ahead of time?
Yeah, thank you, Rico. What the fuck is he doing? Like every time. Last week, he's like, okay, no Meme Wars. I got to do this. I have a busy day. Like, okay. The week before, he's like, I got to do something. Can you help post the shows? And it was his turn to post the shows. And then today, just randomly, yeah, I'm going hunting. You don't want to tell us? You should tell somebody. What if you shoot yourself by accident? What if a deer stabs you in the eyes? Maybe tell somebody. Yeah. Oh God, it'd be so funny. Odie just comes back. He's got half of his face filled with birdshot. Another face filled with cum. Because that's what happens in the woods.
He listened to my podcast and then he shot me in the face. I don't know what was going on.
Then he has to follow me on Instagram. Well, speaking of being shot in the face, I would rather have been shot in the face than watch this clip from Kamala Harris. And I mean, pulling out all the comedic bangers from the day in the Al Smith dinner that she skipped. The Al Smith, I guess, Catholic Children's Charity Dinner. It's like a big thing. And Trump's getting some beef because people were saying that he was a little too vulgar. And I'm going to play one of the clips that he was apparently too vulgar in. And
is it a roast? That's what I didn't know.
Apparently, I didn't know it was a roast either, but apparently it is because
Jim Gaffigan was actually roasting the DNC too.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up his. Yeah, I'm gonna bring up his. His. You know what? Should I play the whole 2 minutes of it? Of Jim Gaffigan. Yeah, I've got Kamala Harris's 2 minutes, and it's so bad.
Don't play that. It's horrible.
It's so. I have to play some of it. We're talking about it. All right, let's just play a little bit of it. Let's just play a little bit of the Kamala Harris because it's so fucking terrible. I'm just going to share the screen because I get 2 different clips up on it. So this is Kamala Harris who skipped it. This is her fucking terrible video with Mary Catherine Gallagher from Saturday Night Live, a character that has not been relevant in, I would say, a minimum of 30 years.
Was the character ever funny? Because I never thought the character was funny.
Not once. It was never funny.
I didn't understand how it was supposed to be funny.
Funny to private school educated white liberal women. Probably funny to the people that are the problem with this country. That's what I'd say. All right, here's this.
Cool. Oh, sorry.
Hey, what's going on? Who was that?
Oh, sorry, Mary Catherine Gallagher. Mary Catherine Gallagher. It's so nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Mary Catherine. Right now I'm trying to record my speech
so
for tonight's
awkward
dinner.
and fucking unconvincing,
I just want to say that I'm Catholic, and tonight is one of the biggest dinners next to the Last Supper.
It is a very important dinner, and it's an important tradition that I'm so proud to be a part of.
Sometimes when I get nervous, I stick my fingers under my arms and I simmer them like that. But that's gross.
So tell me something. I'm giving a speech. Do you have some thoughts about what I might say tonight?
My feelings about what you should say tonight would be best expressed in a monologue from one of my favorite made-for-TV series.
Okay, let's hear it.
Don't you see, man? We need a woman to represent us. A woman brings more heart, more compassion. And think how smart she must be to become a top contender in a field dominated by men. It's time for a woman, bro. And with this woman, we can fly.
Okay, that's enough of that. It went on to get worse from there, if you can imagine. And Mary Catherine Gallagher said, irrelevant. Kamala Harris, the most cringe, awkward fucking person. Why the hell they thought this would be good? Why they thought that this would be funny? Why they thought that this was a great idea? I mean, it reminds me of that sketch on like the BET Awards where she was pretending to talk to like some black actress. You remember that?
No, I don't think I saw that.
Oh, really? Oh, it was equally terrible. It was her going, talking to some black actress about her presidency. And the black guy's like, they not like us. And Kamala Harris is like, no, they not. Like talking Nebonic style to win the black vote over.
They not like us.
And they not like us. And then cratering. And we're going to talk about black men too. Because basically all I have today, I don't even really have memes. It's just clips of like Stephen A. Smith going off on Kamala Harris and Barack Obama, who just so condescendingly horrible.
It's always interesting. Like you have to kind of listen to it first to be like, all right, is this AI? When I saw the Twitter thing, like Stephen A. Smith blasts Barack Obama, I'm like, all right, is this real? I don't know. And then you listen to it, like, yeah, it's pretty real.
That's real. Yeah. And Barack Obama, what he said is not doctored in any way, shape, or form. Okay. So let me play now Jim Gaffigan and his comments, which is so funny following up the unbelievably terrible
this event
Kamala
has been referred to as the Catholic Met.
And by the way, don't forget, Jim Gaffigan also plays Tim Walz on SNL for their skits now.
Isn't
so this is twice as funny.
Super liberal?
Yes. I mean, as far as I knew, I thought he was.
I thought he was like, Uber, I hate Trump. And
I'm pretty sure he is, but
Democrat, yay.
I mean, that's why I respect the guy for coming out and being like, whatever. I'm going to come out and roast him.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Rico, to share your screen, you hit the bottom middle where it says share screen to answer your question.
I don't see it.
Oh, well. Maybe it's because you're not a host. I don't know.
Met Gala. 22% of Americans identify as Catholic. Catholics will be a key demographic in every battleground state. I'm sorry, why is Vice President Harris not here?
Yeah.
I mean, consider this.
You know why she's not there? Because she doesn't have an accent that would speak to Catholics. She's got accents for everything else.
Can't do like an old Irish Bobby Kennedy type accent.
That would be, ara, I'm Kamala Harris, vote for me. Chowda. That would be fun. Someone bring the car around. That'd be amazing.
This is a room full of Catholics and Jews in New York City. This is a layup for the Democratic nominee. I mean, in her defense, she did find time to appear on The View, Howard Stern, Colbert, and the longtime staple of campaigning, the Call Her Daddy podcast. President Biden couldn't be here tonight. The DNC made sure of that.
The crowd. I love the crowd's just like, because it's still, it's in New York, it's still a bunch of fucking, liberal doinks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
Look at Statler and Waldorf in the front row down here. Guys, look at this. Look at that. That's not Catholic.
No.
That's schnoz. These schnozzes aren't Catholic.
I think that was the second group of people he referred to.
Yeah. It's like 1 minute.
I guess I'm the only one that reads history. The media has begun discussing the phenomena of secret Trump voters. I don't know if you've heard about this. People who publicly say they would never vote for Trump, but then when they go in the voting booth, they do. It's a small group. They're called the Biden family. The Democrats have been telling us Trump's re-election is a threat to democracy. In fact, they were so concerned of this threat, they staged a coup, ousted their democratically elected incumbent, and installed Kamala Harris. In other words, all her dreams have come true.
All right.
It really.
So there's that.
Oh, you missed like the best line was at the end. He's like,
oh, sorry.
And all it took was 3.5 years and a George Clooney op-ed.
I did miss that. Shit, the clip I saw earlier didn't have that in there. It's so great.
I thought it was pretty funny.
So great. I mean, honestly, that is, you give Gaffigan credit for going in there and coming in hot, but he's not wrong. Like, where's the lie? There's no lie in any of that. And I'm telling you, like, it's between the Al Smith thing, and then I'll show Trump's comment too, by the way. Between the Al Smith thing, what's that?
He did not hold back. I wonder if Gaffigan, did he roast Trump at all?
I didn't see it there. I'm sure he must have. It's just all the clips that I've seen is him roasting Kamala. I will share this one. Oh wait, I don't have it. I had one queued up of Trump making a joke about Tim Walz.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what he said.
Okay, yeah.
I saw it. He's like,
wait, I got it. I got it. So I got them all queued up here. One second. But yeah, this is where I could understand, people being like, sir, this is a Catholic dinner.
I used to think the Democrats were crazy for saying that men have periods, but then I met Tim Walz. I used to think the Democrats were crazy.
Which other one were you talking about?
So he said, I thought it was a better line. He's like, Tim Walz couldn't be here tonight. Don't worry. He'll say he was.
That's good.
And then he went into that. I thought it was good.
Yeah. I don't understand what Kamala's thinking as far as her campaigning. She missed this. She missed some other big event too, where she didn't go to it. I don't know. It's like knowing how much media coverage this gets to,
which was horrible.
That was
like train wreck.
Unbelievable. Bad. Yeah, that was unbelievable. It was so, the liberals and the progressives will be like, well, he kept interrupting her, which is true. He did, but at least he pressed her on some issues, and at least he addressed how are you out there pretending Joe Biden wasn't completely mentally inept for years and years? Pushed her on the immigration stuff was great. I wish he had pushed her on some other issues though.
The whole thing was her kind of trying to, just pull bullshit on the immigration. Like, well, you reversed all Trump's executive orders. And then she kept trying to say, well, we passed a bipartisan bill. Yeah. Well, that was in 2023 and it was bullshit. But even that was 3 years later. And she kept, what about 2021? She's like, well, we tried to pass the bipartisan border bill. And who was the bipartisan? Like, there must have been two complete sellout Republicans that co-sponsor that.
Yeah.
Monstrosity.
It was amazing. It was fantastic to watch. Suffice to say, do you think she'll do any more interviews after that? Do you think she's done?
No, I don't. There was rumors that she was going to try to appear on Rogan, but I cannot imagine how bad that would go.
He would absolutely eviscerate her.
It would have to be at least 2 hours. And he would just press her on, like, well, I was reading comments, or she'll say something like, hey, Jamie, pull this up. And it's something where she completely says the opposite. And then I'm like, well, what about this? So I can't see her doing that. Did you see the lip reading thing about Obama and Biden at the Kennedy funeral, whatever lady it was?
I saw, the actual lip reading supposedly was something like, Biden saying that he's a lot stronger than her, right?
Yeah.
And Obama being like, oh, yeah. But then there was this one from AI Meme Town that I wanted to share,
which was awesome.
Which is pretty hilarious.
So is Kamala doing okay?
Nope. She's down, Joe. I think they found out that she's retarded. And now we're basically fucked. Trump is killing us at the polls. So yes, we're going to lose Joe.
Damn it. Wait. What if I come back to run again?
As candidate?
Yeah.
Well, let me put it this way, Joe. The only person in this world who is even more retarded than Kamala Harris is basically you. So no, Joe,
on, man.
you're
Just
not going
give it
back
another
yet.
shot.
Let's let it all play out. Okay, we'll talk later, Joe.
Okay.
Women looking fine up in here.
That's like, who are they? Who's supposed to say women looking fine up in here? Oh, Bill Clinton.
That's Bill Clinton.
Right. Women looking fine.
I have to think that Obama has seen that and he probably laughed.
I guarantee it.
It's like,
Oh God, I
pretty
guarantee
close
it.
to being true.
Oh, it's so funny. And then this show's going perfectly to go from clip to clip to clip because we'll finish up on this apart from any last statements you want to make, and then we have to jump over to do our Degenerate Gamblers storytelling and gambling show, where we'll be doing our football picks and also sharing stories about how Rico and I tailgated with an old lady who gave us Jello shots and then fell into what is fondly called the mushroom pit. That's not even doing mushrooms. It's just a pit that we fell into a lot that had a lot of mushrooms in it while doing Jello shots. And also how we beat the crap out of little Indian children in Flip Cup while tailgating.
Generations of Indians.
3 generations. Yeah, we rocked 3 generations of Indians at Flip Cup this weekend. But you got to go to Patreon to listen to that. Patreon.com/Lions of Liberty or lionsofliberty.locals.com. Also just released our secrets, lies, and cover-ups talking about the octopus murders. So check all that out over at the paid section in Lions Liberty Pride. All right. Here is the from Being Libertarian, their super mashup here of Stephen A. Smith, and it includes the Barack Obama, I don't even know, talking down in what can only be described as the absolute 100% guaranteed way to anger every black man on the entire planet. So here we go.
Before I go any further, I want you to hear exactly what this man had to say.
I'm speaking to men directly now. Part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. That's not acceptable.
Respectfully, President Obama, what you said is not acceptable. Is it possible that the only reason some black folks may not be inclined to vote, or they may be a bit disenchanted, or dare I say may even be willing to go as far as voting for Trump, is it possible that it's policy as opposed to misogyny, inflation, the cost of living, the price of gas, the price of groceries, that don't matter? Immigration and our borders, and this belief that there's an elevated level of sensitivity towards them as opposed to black folks struggling, if not starving, in this country. Yes, that plays a role too. When the mayor of New York was talking about $53 million in prepaid credit cards for immigrants who came across our borders illegally and having prepaid credit cards for them. And I said, wait a minute, black folks been starving for years. We ain't get that. You don't think they notice?
There you go. I don't think black men are going to be voting for Harris too enthusiastically.
Not too much. Just the one guy who bought me tequila in line. Good for him.
Yeah, well, that was before this clip came out.
Yeah, that's true.
He might have changed his mind. Did he actually say that he was a Harris voter? Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was sussing you out, and he was like, maybe he was like, oh, okay, Shirley Temple for you.
Yeah, maybe that's why he bought me a shot.
There you go.
I don't know. I'll have to go back and ask him. That random black guy in LA. I'm sure it won't be any trouble finding him again.
Well, you know, if you're trying to find a black man at USC, usually the only guy you can find is O.J. Simpson, but this guy got in somehow. Good stuff. All right. Anything else?
Nah.
Okay, good. Good meeting. All right. Goodbye, everybody.